November is National Lung Cancer Awareness Month. The goal to make us all more familiar with this often deadly disease and how to prevent it. All new this morning, meet an Arkansas man who's living proof of how advances in medicine are giving those with a dreaded diagnosis hope for a future of conquering cancer. Ray Sawyer knows the UAMS Winthrop P. Rockefeller Cancer Institute well. It's become a second home during his many treatments as he fought lung cancer beginning in May of 2021. Sawyer says the disease hit him without warning while on a job his construction team was working.
And then one day I was walking around the yard on my job right before even 9 o'clock. Hadn't even gotten to the day good. It just hit me all of a sudden. You know, I went down weak, coughing. I was coughing so much.
Ray says he'd had a lingering cough, but blamed it on something like COVID. That day, he went straight to the ER, and after some tests, the doctor delivered the news he'd already begun to fear.
He came and told me. He come in, looked at me, shook his head. I looked at him and shook my head. I said, "It's cancer, isn't it?" And he said, "Yeah, Mr. Sawyer, it's cancer."
He soon met Dr. Kostas Arnautakis, a cancer surgeon and specialist at the Rockefeller Cancer Institute.
Lung cancer, despite the progress that we have made, still is the #1 cause of cancer-related death in the United States.
For men and women?
For men and women.
Dr. Arnautakis says Ray's lung cancer had spread to other parts of his body, among them his throat. It was stage 4, the most serious of any cancer. The team chose to treat Ray with chemo and immunotherapy, a combination that proved successful, giving Ray the ability to eat without trouble swallowing when his cancer-filled lymph node started to shrink.
He had a fantastic response with chemo and immunotherapy together. So we combined chemo and immunotherapy. He had 4 chemotherapy treatments. Each one is every 3 weeks. And then we continued with immunotherapy alone for 2 years.
Ray says the joy and relief of growing stronger allowed him to face the darker days when he had little hope he would survive.
Mentally, spiritually, physically, you just exist. But as I started with the chemo, I could feel myself getting better and better and better. Stronger. Yes, and stronger and stronger.
Dr. Arnautakis says immunotherapy is now a game changer. He describes it as jump-starting the body's immune system so it attacks cancer cells, not healthy ones. He says stage 4 lung cancer is no longer the death sentence it once was, and he's seeing more patients like Ray continue their journeys to the all-important 5-year survival mark.
It would have been extremely rare to see patients 5 years later being alive. And now with the advancement of science, in particular the immunotherapy, we see patients like him being alive 3.5 years later on no treatment and looking forward for the 5-year milestone.
For Ray, the downtime from work is spent with his wife, children, and grandchildren. The battle changing his thoughts on how precious life truly is when an illness threatens to take it away.
I can appreciate life now. The things in life that most people took for granted, that I took for granted myself, like the air that I'm breathing, the simple stuff, the air that I'm breathing, I can sit in my backyard and I can look at the trees and I can listen to the birds, you know what I'm saying? All of this is beautiful to me because it was almost taken from me.
According to the American Cancer Society, smoking remains the #1 risk factor for lung cancer, leading to 80% of lung cancer deaths. But even non-smokers can get lung cancer, accounting for 20% of these deaths. Screenings are available. You can find out more from your primary care doctor.